James chapter 4 and verse 7. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone and teaching Ruel, peace and blessings unto the elect. It's Brother Benaiah from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. I'm going to entitle this lesson, Wicked Thoughts. Resist or you will be overcome. All right. And this is basically going to be a land back off the lesson that the elders down here in Dallas, along with the elder D Mash from Indianapolis, Apostle Rakah, Apostle Ramlab, and a couple of elders from the Houston camp did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Going into the mental battle that we all face. All right. And it's truth. All right. And in this walk of ours, man, you're going to have wicked thoughts that come into your head, man. And what you have to understand is that these wicked thoughts, whether they be about towards a brother or whether they be towards yourself, because you have those thoughts that come into your head about, man, I'm not a man of the Lord, or the Lord is not dealing with me. You got to understand that that's Satan. You know what I'm saying? And our people, Satan is not going to come when he puts thoughts in your head. He's not going to come, and he's not going to be no malicious voice. He's not going to sound like no fucking villain off a movie, man. Nigga rubbing his hands together. My son. No, it's not going to sound like that, man. Satan is the master of impersonation. All right, he's the master of imitation. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got a comedian, you got certain comedians like this dude Jay Farrow, who's he's known for imitating or doing impersonations of different celebrities like Eddie Murphy, like Kevin Hart, like Jay-Z, and when he does these different imitations or impersonations, he sounds just like him. He sounds just like that person. And likewise, Satan, being the master of impersonation, when he puts these thoughts in your head, it's going to sound like you. It's not going to sound like anybody else. It's going to sound like you thinking that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, he ain't gonna sound like no goddamn villain from a cartoon show, And that's why it's important when these thoughts, and this lesson is going to go into how what happens, all right, when you don't rebuke those thoughts and how you can be overcome by them. You know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, that's why it's important to when these thoughts come into your head that you rebuke them immediately, man. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't give place, like the scripture saying in Ephesians chapter 4, all right, that neither give place unto the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? When you rebuking those wicked thoughts, as soon as they come into your head, man, you're not giving place unto Satan. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't rebuke them, you know what I'm saying? You giving Satan a place to dwell, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what that word place means. All right. When you get Ephesians chapter 4, real quick, in verse 27, just for edification, it says, I'll start at verse 26. It says, Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Now, when you go into that word place, it basically goes, the Greek word topos, it says, when you read an inhabited place, a city or a village or a district, you see, opportunity, power, occasion for acting. You know what I'm saying? If you don't rebuke Satan, you basically giving them a place to stay, man. In your head, like they got that saying in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm living rent free in your head. You know what I'm saying? Or Satan, if you not rebuking those thoughts, as soon as they come into your mind, man, you giving place unto Satan. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, like Yahweh Shah gave that parable, you know what I'm saying, about a man, real quick. Let me see. This is Luke 11 and verse 26. I'll start at verse 24 in the NLT. It says, when an impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through arid places seeking rest and does not find it. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. And when it arrives, it finds the house swept clean and put in order. Then it goes and takes 7 other spirits more wicked than itself, and they go in and live there. And the final condition of that person is worse than the first. Yeah, man. You see, that final condition is worse than the first because you're not rebuking those thoughts when they immediately come into your mind, man. You see, and it could be, like I said, whether it be thoughts towards a brother, or thoughts about yourself. You see, a fucking woman that you work with that you know who married. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even you know you're not even paying attention because you know she married, but still you will still have that damn thought coming to your head. Man, she got a fat ass. Yeah, look at her ass. You know what I'm saying? That's Satan. You see, and if you don't rebuke those thoughts immediately, man, you know what I'm saying? If you give leeway unto those thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Eventually you'll go from looking, you know what I'm saying? Then next thing you know, you'll be talking. Then next thing you know, you'll be linking up with the bitch and committing adultery, man, because all evil it starts in the mind, man. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures tell us not to be not overcome by evil. And like I said, it all starts in the mind. When you read in Matthew chapter 15 and verse 19 in the GNT, it says, from your heart comes the evil ideas, which leads you to kill, to commit adultery. You see that idea? Yeah, you know she married. Whole time you ain't even paying the bitch no attention, man, but that fucking thought still popping in your head. She got a fat ass. Look at her ass. You know that's Satan. You know what I'm saying? You should rebuke that shit immediately. But if you don't, you giving leeway. And like I said, like we just read Matthew 15 and 19 in the GNT, from your heart. And this is not talking about your actual heart, your muscle that pump blood, man. It's talking about your mind. When you go into the Hebrew word heart is lab, which means mind. All right. It says from your heart comes evil idea, which leads you to kill, to commit adultery. You see, now you going from looking. Next thing you know, you talking to the bitch. Next thing you know, you linking up with the hoe and you committing adultery, man. You know, and it all comes from you not rebuking those wicked thoughts that Satan purposely puts in your head, man. Because like the scriptures say, Satan goes around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, man. You see, the scriptures tell you that even when in the book of Job, when the sons of God presented themselves unto Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? The father asked him, "Hey, Satan, where you been?" What did he say? "I'm in the earth, walking to and fro and up and down in it." You see? So Satan, he's roaming, he's looking for prey, man. You see? And it's not going to be, when these thoughts come into your head, it's not going to be no one-time thing, man. It's not going to be you wake up and Satan put a thought in your head and you rebuke it. And Satan, oh, man, I guess I got to try again tomorrow. No, it's going to be a constant thing, man. You see? It's going to be a constant thing. Satan constantly trying to just putting shit in your fucking head. And that's why this is a spiritual fight, man. You see? Like the scriptures say, we war not against flesh and blood, man. You see, but against principalities, man. You know? Roughly paraphrasing. You know? That's why it's a constant battle. You got to constantly rebuke those thoughts immediately, man. You know? It says, for from your heart comes the evil ideas, which leads you to kill, commit adultery, and to do other immoral things, to rob, to lie, and to slander others. You see? So let's go into an example real quick. Let's go into an example of not what happens when you don't rebuke, okay, when you don't resist, all right, the devil, man. You see, when you don't when you don't rebuke those thoughts when they come into your head, man. This is the book of John, chapter 1. All right, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, "And now before the feast of the Passover, when Yahushua knew that his hour was come that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end." And this is the point right here. It says, in supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him. You see, showing you that Satan, you know what I'm saying, like the elder and them were going into last night, and like I'm going into now, this proved that Satan is the one who puts these evil thoughts into our head, man. All right, he's the one who does that, man. Like it just said, the devil now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him. Now I want to go into the commentary real quick, because this is not a one-time thing, man, to where Satan just came to Judas and just one time and then he just, you know what I'm saying? No, This is a gradual thing. Like I said, Satan, he's gonna constantly put fucking thoughts in your head, trying to get you to play on them, man. You see, and this is what happens when you don't resist those thoughts, when you don't rebuke those thoughts, man. So real quick, let's get this commentary. This is David Gusick. All right, let's go down. All right, it says right here, B. It says the devil having already put into the heart of Judas. It says it may be that a better translation is that the devil had already made up his mind that Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, should betray him. Now, this is the point right here. It says Satan looked for a man to betray Yahushua and had probably cultivated Judas for a long time. Now the choice was made. Judas was the man. Why? Because Judas wasn't rebuking those thoughts that Satan was constantly putting in his head, man. To the point to what he was overcome by those thoughts. And what did he do? He betrayed the Lord, man. You see? And like it says, Satan looked for a man to betray Yahushua and had probably cultivated Judas for a long time. You see? This is not a one-time thing. It was happening it was a gradual thing, man. Constantly putting thoughts in his head to where Judas didn't rebuke it, man. You see, but he gave into it to the point to where he was overcome by those thoughts. You see, and to prove that point, you can go to John chapter 12, real quick. John chapter 12 and verse 3. It says, Then took Mary a pound of ointment and spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Yahushua and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. It says, Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him, why was not this ointment sold for 300 pences and given to the poor? This he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had a bag and bare what was put therein, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see? Nigga, his own fucking interest. Let's go. So let's go to the commentary. I want to grab this little bit in this commentary right here as well. All right, so let's go down. Let's ignore the egg. Boom, boom, boom. Let's feel with the odors. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to read. Let's read this right here. It says, all right, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, who betrayed him. It says, in a short time, Judas would betray Yahushua. His betrayal was so much darker than contrasted with the brightness of Mary's devotion to Yahushua. Judas probably objected to Mary's gift because he was shamed by her simple and powerful display of love. All right, so let's get right here to this is the point. It says, This is the only place in the New Testament where Judas is mentioned as doing something evil other than the betrayal of Yahushua. And even this was done in secret, you see? So this is the only time where it actually mentions that Judas, was you know what I'm saying? The nigga was a murmuring, bro. You know? Giving in to them fucking thoughts that Satan was, hey, damn, you can say, man, you can sell it and get some money. Why she doing that? She wasting no oil. Satan just putting shit in his fucking hand and Judas playing on it, bro. This is an example, going back into the commentary, what we read in John 13, how Satan, you know what I'm saying? Like it says, Satan cultivated Judas for a long time, man. And to the point to where he constantly putting shit in Judas' head, and Judas is just playing on the shit. He ain't resisting it. To the point to where he got overcome by it, man. You see? It says, this is the only place in the New Testament where Judas is mentioned as doing something evil other than his betrayal of Yahushua. It says, even this was done in secret. It says, Judas successfully hid darkness in his heart from everyone except Yahushua. Outward appearance often deceive. Many people have a religious facet that hides secret sin. You see? And that's real, man. You see? You got dudes in it that's getting kicked out now, man. You never expected it to be kicked out. And come to find out, them niggas was niggas, bro. You know? Giving in to those fucking thoughts, that selfish thought, that me thought.
And shit, what? Damn, I got a preset. I need to bring my preset. That brother always speaking. Shit, I want to be in this shit, man. It's just fucking this Satan, and you just letting this, and you ain't fucking rebuking them thoughts, man. You know, your ass gonna eventually be overcome, and this is an example. Judas is an example of not resisting what happens when you don't resist those thoughts, man. When you don't resist the devil, man, you give place unto him to the point to where your ass is overcome, man. You see? So don't be overcome, man. Understand that you need to rebuke these thoughts when they come into your head, man. You know? So like I said, hey, Lord willing, this lesson will edify and want to make it too long. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.